hiding in the dark. You guys, it is so hot outside. It is 90. I think it's 94 degrees right now. I have fished for 4 straight days in what feels like, when you're on the water, it feels like it's 100 degrees. It's almost difficult, almost impossible to describe. And guys, I have been struggling. It has been an impossible task. Typically this time of year, and I shouldn't say typically this time of year, because this is the first year really that I've been guiding during the month of August. Normally when I get here, I'm not in rotation, so I just go out and I fumble around and whatnot. But it just seems like it's record heat to me. I don't remember it being this hot last year. All I can tell you is that I'm just hiding. I mean, I'm literally hiding in my house. I went shopping earlier today. I was out yesterday with Ozark Outdoors. Guys, check out his vlog. The little dude is a good fisherman, and you know what? He and his mama came with me yesterday, and I'll flash up a little bit of that, maybe a couple of pictures or something. I have basically no good video to share. It was brutal, and I busted my trolling motor at the end of the trip. Yes, I busted my trolling motor. I don't have any idea. I pushed down on the heel and it went tunk, and it's like the cable broke, or the cable connections broke, and the paddle just went clunk, 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 and I'm like, okay, so I run back to the marina. We were done. We were basically done. I was hitting a few spots on the way back in, but the fork had already been put in it. It was a 4-hour trip. We were 4.5 hours into it, and I was just begging for bites, man. I was driving all over the place. The problem was that there really is a morning bite on Okeechobee right now, and you'd better be out at 6:15, and you better 6:15 to 8:30, 9 o'clock. You can catch a fish. And they're pretty willing. Listen, I don't care how hot it is. The fish are going to eat, and the fish are going to do all the things that they normally do. They live in this heat. But the water temperature goes from like 88, 89 degrees in the morning to by midday, by 3 or 4 o'clock, it's 94, 95 degrees. It really is. And it's like you put your hand in the water and it's warm to the touch. I mean, it's amazing. But if you get an overcast sky, it'll extend the bite throughout the day a little bit. The fish are a little more willing to do some things. But here's my Okeechobee Lake report for you. If the sun is shining and it's 11 o'clock in the morning, go play video games. Go practice your GTA skills because it is brutal. I mean, guys,
clean the house for your wife.
It is brutal. My wife just went by and said, "Clean the house for your wife." I would not go that far, but it's crazy. It goes against everything that I've thought about bass fishing, because I've always felt like no matter what, you can go get a bite. And they had a local club tournament here, and I want to say 17 pounds, 16 pounds won the tournament. And it's just 10, 12 pounds of fish, and I'm working at it. Listen, you know me. I'm out working at it. I went offshore. I thought, well, listen, you can catch these lake fish out on the rock piles and stuff. I don't know, man. I do know how guys are getting their big sacks of fish. They're finding bluegill patches of bluegill beds, and they're literally sight fishing, watching big fish swim in on those bluegill beds, and they're throwing Zara spooks on them, and they're doing things like that, and they're catching those big fish, big worms. But listen, man, to go out and just pitch an edge and flip an edge after 11, 12 o'clock, between 11, 12 o'clock and 7, 8 o'clock p.m., guys, it's brutal, and it just feels lifeless. So if you are anywhere else and catching fish, send me a picture, will you please? It's a guide's life, and this is the guide's life, fishing midsummer, late summer on Lake Okeechobee. Guys, I'm going to keep at it, and I'm going to figure it out. But right now, if I had it, you better be out at the buck crack of dawn, and you'd better be fishing. And at 10, 11 o'clock, it's a mystery to me. All right. So anyway, having said that, listen, I had Hector here the other day. Hector I had him at the house here. We were going over. He was looking at my vlog videos, and he was showing me some stuff that he thought I should see. And he literally left his little icon thing over here on my board. I keep a white a dry erase board in my house, and I write down things I'm going to work on and things I'm going to do. And he wrote on my board. He put his little Hector logo on there, and it's really cool. And I'll show it to you some other time. But it's over there. It's right over there. My daughter texted me and said, "Oh my God, Dad." She had 3 or 4 people at her work that saw my video with Hector in the boat, and they could not believe that Hector Rodriguez was in my boat. So anyway, Hector, thank you, man. Thanks for coming fishing with me and for sharing some time with me. He is in Orlando right now, fishing. No, gaming. His team is gaming. His his Call of Duty team is gaming for the World Championships. And he has done this several times. They are big time, man. I'm hoping that Hector's crew wins this thing. Go Optics Gaming and whatnot. But anyway, guys, I do have some video I want to show you real quick here, and I'm going to throw it. This is the lead into it. But when I was in Michigan, I filmed some video that's pretty cool, and it shows the difference between an area where the bass are in an eddy, where there's no current, or not an eddy, but in a current break area. And then it shows fish. The video starts with fish right in the heavy current. And this is an area up in Michigan where there's a heavy flow of current through a river system. And you can see how a log jam or a rock pile or whatever, how it affects how the fish sit. And as I come up to the log jam, well, you're going to see it, but there's no voiceover or anything, but there'll be some music probably, whatever. But you'll see as I come up to the log jam here, you can see the current flowing past this thing, and as I pop up over the top, man, here are these great big smallmouth sitting right behind those logs and rocks, and they're just waiting for something to come blowing by. And when you pop over the top, something comes popping over the head, pow, they'll nail it. And I have some bonus video because I was on the opposite side of a break wall where there was no current, and man, there's fish just all over the place, and walleye and bass and the whole shoot match. But what's interesting is a little crayfish, I spooked a little crawfish, crawdaddy. I spooked a little crayfish, and it went boop, 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 and it kind of popped into these rocks. And here comes a smallmouth, comes down and bam, grabs it, carries it up, and then spits it out. And I do know that it was just cool video. So I hope you appreciate it. I hope you like it. I'm going to show you a little underwater footage of how fish hold in current. And hopefully that'll sink in. If you're fishing river systems, if you're fishing the Rim Canal on Okeechobee, and the current's moving right now, there's no current, man. They're not pushing water anyplace, and which makes the fishing even harder in the rim ditch, you know. But if you got current flowing and you got a little obstruction, you can see exactly what the fish do. It's kind of cool. So I hope you enjoy that. Captain Dave Schneider, it's a guy's life. And right now, this guy is going to work on his GTA game. I'm going to get on there, and I just bought another one of those underground deals, and I'm going to start running some guns and what have you. So I'm going to start building. It's video game season now, too. So I'm going to start working on my GTA portfolio and see what I can do there. So anyway, Hooksetters74 is my GTA handle. If you jump on there, you can find me. I dare you to come find me and try and, well, you know what? Don't get in the way. If I'm playing GTA and you come in there and you find me and I'm running guns or I'm trying to fly some coke someplace, for God's sakes, don't shoot down my airplanes and don't blow up my trucks. By the way, for those of you mom, dad, if you're watching this thing, it's just a video game. And if your kid's under like 16 years old, do not let them play GTA. It's Captain Dave Schneider. It's a guy's life, man. I hope you're digging this thing. And I hope to see you soon. I'm going to get some fishing to you. I'm working at it. All right. A shout out to Zach from Ozark Outdoors. Buddy, appreciate you coming down, and we'll hopefully we'll see you again. Maybe we'll get on some fish. Captain Dave Schneider, it's a guy's life. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks, man.